Hi guys, this is Fahad here from Team Fighting Fit. Just going to quickly show you how to use MyFitnessPal. So I've got this on my iPhone. You can get it on Android and you can use a web version. So just go to your relevant site for your downloads, whether that's Apple Store or the Play Store for Google, or just a website, and just go to myfitnesspal.com. Download it, register your account. Now I'm not going to go through the registration process because you should be able to register an account on social media sites now, especially if you can just link your account to Facebook, etc. I'm going to quickly show you how to use MyFitnessPal for logging your calories and your macros and your food intake. And basically, if you can do this and you do it well and get used to it, it's not difficult to get used to. People do often say to me, oh, well, MyFitnessPal, logging your macros and calories is such a chore, it's hard. It's not. It's just something that you need to create a habit and do it, make it an easy thing by just understanding how to use it. And once you understand how to use it, and I'm going to show you really simply now how to do it, it can be as quickly as 5 minutes out of your day, really, to just track your food intake. So this is the main screen on the iOS. There's a little blog thing here, and at the top you can see that it says calories remaining. So it tells you your goal, which for mine says 2,100 calories for the day. I haven't logged anything yet, and I'll show you what I've eaten today so I can log my calories for you. There's 0 for food, 0 for exercise, because I haven't logged any food, I haven't logged any exercise, and then it shows me how much calories I've got remaining. At the bottom of the screen you'll see a few buttons. There's home, there's diary, a plus key, and if you press the plus key it will allow you to add things like your water intake, food intake, exercise, etc. At the bottom you've got your progress charts, and you got more. Now I don't use the diary, I don't use the progress. I only use this myself personally to track my food intake and my macros. I don't track my water, I don't track my calories, I don't track my exercise. Sorry, I do track my calories, just don't track my exercise calories. And the reason I don't do this is because this isn't my goal. But you can do it, especially if your goal is sports performance or weight gain related. Tracking your exercise calories can help. So first thing I want to do is click more, and it brings you to option screen. And where you see there's a whole bunch of options here, the one I want you to click on now is goals. And when you click on goals, it brings up your goals. Now what MyFitnessPal does is it allows you to set your own goals. So it says put your weight in, put your goal weight in, your weekly goal and your activity level, and then what it does is it takes all that data and then it creates your own personal calorie goal. Now I don't use MyFitnessPal's personal calorie goals. I calculate them using the formulas that work for us. So you can add your own calorie goal, carb goals, protein goals and fat goals. Under nutrition goals you can see calorie, carb, protein and fat goals. So if I click that, I can enter my own calorie goal. Here it's 2,100. My carbohydrate intake is 20%, so I'm pretty low carb. My protein intake's at 40, my fat intake's at 40 as well. So if I click the calories, a little thing comes up here and I can change it. If I click the macros, you get this wheel and you can change it, and providing it adds up to 100%, you're good to go. Now if you pay for the upgraded version, you can set daily goals. So you can, if you are carb cycling, calorie cycling, you can set up different days for that. So that's pretty useful, especially if you are doing, like I said, the calorie and carb cycling. If you're not calorie or carb cycling, you don't need that. If you are calorie and carb cycling, you don't want to pay for it, you can still do it by just editing it on a daily basis as and when you need. So we're going to add some food. So if I just click the plus button and put food, what it does is it brings up the meal. So you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks. So let's just put breakfast in. And what it will do is it will give you a list of foods that you've already eaten or eaten quite regularly. And then you've got sort of frequent foods and my foods. So you can add your own recipes, etc. in there. I'm just going to make something up here. In fact, no, I'm going to add what I had for breakfast. So I had steak and eggs for breakfast. So I had a lean flank steak. So if I start putting flank in and just put search, it should find what I found. So it should find what I've had before, if I've got recent especially. So it's got 100 grams flank steak raw. I'm just going to put that in there, 100 grams. I had 125 grams. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 1.25. So that should be about 125 roughly of that. And then it brings up the calories, which is 240 calories, 6 grams of fat, protein, 26 grams. Brilliant, okay. It also pairs it up with frequently added foods. So if I've eaten this before and I've eaten it regularly and I've eaten other foods with it, it will tell me things that I've usually ate with it. So for example, I'll cook it with grass-fed butter and I'll have 3 medium eggs with it. So today I had 2 medium eggs and I didn't use that much butter, but I'll click it anyway, add that to my meal, and I'll adjust the portion sizes because I only used half a tablespoon of butter today. And I only had 2 eggs. So, oops, I only had 2 eggs. So I'm going to put 2 eggs there. All right. So what that's done is that it's told me I've got 416 calories for breakfast. If I click on the top where it's got the goal, food, exercise remaining, it can bring me the breakdown of what I've eaten. So as you can see, it shows my total protein, for example, my goal protein, how much I've got left to eat. So you can really plan and track what you're eating on a more sort of specific level. And this is really good, especially if you're really trying to hit your calories and macros that your coaches give you. You can see it from a calorie point of view, and you can see it from a macro point of view. So you can perhaps recognize this kind of pie chart if you've downloaded our macro guide, because we've made it sort of like visually representative of what MyFitnessPal does. All right, the second thing I want to show you is how to use MyFitnessPal to add foods on the go. So for example, if you've got barcodes, you can add food by barcode. So let me just say, imagine I put lunch and on the top you see search for food, and you've got this thing here which is the barcode on the top bit. If I click that, it opens my camera. The only thing I've got in front of me right now with a barcode is a box of Amino X by BSN. This should have a barcode on it. So if I just put the barcode inside of the camera, as you can see, brilliant, it's found Amino X or aminozurin. This is not right because it's showing 0 carbs, 0 fat, 0 protein. It does have 49 calories per serving, so that's right, but it does have some protein in it because it is a amino acid. So this particular version doesn't have it. So you do have to be careful about MyFitnessPal, make sure that what it does pick up is accurate. So sometimes it gives you options. So what I'm going to do is, that was just to show you how the barcodes work, but I'm just going to quickly show you, if I put Amino X in here now and search for that, I've already seen it. There's one with a green tick next to it. That means it's verified, so that's more reliable. So if I click that, as you can see now, it's got 10 grams of protein. And if I put that in my lunch, that can be added. But you can do that quite reliably with most barcodes, but just be careful, like I said, to just use a little bit of common sense and make sure that what you're adding is right. And if it looks weird or if it looks like it's not right, then just be careful about that. The second thing I want to tell you about is if you're going to add foods, like for example, let's say you had a chicken curry for dinner. So if I just put chicken curry, or for lunch even, if I put chicken curry in here, it will show you what other people have added, and there'll be generic things in there. So you can use your best guess as to the calories and the portion sizes that you've eaten. Just find an average if you want. But the best way to do this, if you are eating a chicken curry, is to add the food as raw ingredients. So for example, I put chicken breast in there, and I add, say for example, not grilled chicken breast. Let's add, I want a raw chicken breast. So chicken breast raw, let's say it's 100 grams in my curry. In my curry, I'm going to put a tablespoon of olive oil. So if I just put olive oil here, olive oil. Right, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm just going to add that there. Herbs and spices are negligible. So let's just say I put, I don't know what you put in chicken curry. Let's just put yogurt. Yeah, so if I put yogurt in there, and I'll find onken, is usually quite a good yogurt to put. So let's see if I can find onken. Right, I can't find it straight off here. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But look, if you look at the average calories, just find the average calories. So let's put non-fat yogurt, 1 cup, and I'll put half a cup of that in my curry. And let's say I serve that with a bit of rice. There's a whole bunch here. So basmati rice. This is the VT Aldi 140 gram ready-made stuff. So let's just add that in there. And then it's put all that in there for me. So I'm just going to show you that's how you can add raw materials, raw ingredients in to create your own meal. So just be careful with MyFitnessPal. One of the problems with MyFitnessPal that I face is your macros and calories don't always add up. Now, strictly speaking, carbs are 4 calories per gram, proteins are 4 calories per gram, and fats are 9 calories per gram. But when you're trying to hit your macros, you might find your calories and your macros don't add up. So that's one of the problems in MyFitnessPal. I don't exactly know why that is, so just be wary of that. Second thing is, don't take everything for gospel on here, especially if you're doing barcode readings of foods you're eating out and about. Barcodes and nutrition information on labels are sometimes up to 25% out either way, so just be careful about that. But lastly, this is a really good little app that you can use to track your calorie intake. Calories are going to be really important to track if weight loss or weight muscle gain is important to you. Also, it allows you to be more mindful of what you're eating, a bit more accountable to a coach. If you are working with a coach, they can see what's going on if things aren't going the way you planned. And it really helps you stay on track, really helps you become aware of what you're eating. And you know, this goes on autopilot almost after a while. So yeah, that's my Fitness Pal. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. More than happy to give you any help I can. Yeah, like I said, give me a shout if you need any help. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.